वृंदावित गिरिधारी श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जाय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मरन मोहन जू की जाय। नित्यानंद विष्णु विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत सुषमा भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय। नित्यानंद विष्णु विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत सुषमा भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यानंद विष्णु विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत सुषमा भक्ति वेदांत साई महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यानंद विष्णु विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत सुषमा भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यानंद विष्णु विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत सुषमा भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यानंद विष्णु महाभगवत श्री गोक्षरस बाबरी महाराज की जय। नित्यानंद विश्व शिव सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नित्यानंद विष्णु वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबरी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानु गौरिया गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शारद गोसाई प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर पार्षद वृंद की जय। नामचय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल पौरमंडल व्रजमंडल मथुर वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदात गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योगमाया की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। श्री कार्तिक व्रत नियम सेवा की जय। उर्ज व्रत की जय। उर्जेश्वरी रासेश्वरी शिव शुभानंदिनी श्रीमती राधा ठाकुरानी की जय। जय श्री जय श्री दामोदराष्टक की जय। जय श्री यशोर दामोदर की जय। श्री राधा दामोदर की जय। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि गो। अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। पञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिषे नमः। अङ्गश्यामलिमच्छटाभिरभितो मन्दीकृतेन्दीवरम् जाड्यं जागुडरोचिषं विदधतं पट्टम्बरस्य श्रिया वृन्दारण्यविलासिनां हृदि लसत् तामाभिरामोदरम् राधास्कन्धनिवेशितोज्ज्वलभुजं ध्यायेम दामोदरम् ध्यायेम दामोदरम्। तवैवास्मि तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इत्युविज्ञाय देवी त्वां नायमं शरणन्तिकम्। भक्त्या विहीना अपराधलक्षय क्षिप्ताश्रकामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। भज श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Dandavat. Pranam, Pramila Didi, Raseshwari Mataji. There are a lot of people on YouTube and Facebook, but I'll see your name if you write a comment. But I'm guessing Indira Mataji is there. And I don't know, Ganga Mataji, Vidyalala Sadidi, Rohini Nandan Prabhu. Yeah, please leave a comment so I know who you are. And also pranams to all the devotees watching in the future, like Chachi Devi and Jayade Prabhu, Krishna Rose, Ananda Pradayini, and everybody else. Hari Bol. And for all the devotees who leave comments afterwards on YouTube, like who watch later on and leave a comment, I read every comment you write. I don't respond to them always because I'm a bit splayed out right now and I'm just not on top of responding, but I see them every time and yeah, it's very encouraging. Thank you so much. Oh, Haribo Madhubala Didi. Hare Krishna. All right, so we had 3 days of festivals. We had Haribo Champak Mataji. Yeah, we had 3 days of festivals. First, Srila Trivikram Goswami Maharaj and Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj's disappearance day, then Srila Prabhupada's disappearance day, and then yesterday was Srila Bhakti Sri Siddhanta Goswami Maharaj's disappearance day. And so we didn't finish verse 6 of Damodarāṣṭakam before these festivals began. We're in the middle of it. So in this session, I'm planning to finish the reading our Śrīla Gurudev's commentary. We got like halfway through our Śrīla Gurudev's commentary, but in this session we're gonna finish that commentary and then read as much as we can of verse 7, Śrīla Sanatana Goswami's Dig-darśinī-vṛtti and Śrīla Gurudev's Dig-darśinī-vṛtti. And then after this, there's verse 8, which isn't actually so long. The commentary is not so long. So I think probably we will complete Damodarāṣṭakam tomorrow. So, yeah. But first, let us sing Damodarāṣṭakam. Oh. Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Vrajamam Yashodabhiyo Lokala Dhavamanam Paramrishtamadhyanta Gopya Rudantang Muhurnetra Yugmamrijantam Karam Bhujayugmena Satankanetram Muhushvasakam Trirekhankakantha Stita Graivadamurdaram Bhakti Bhardham Etidrik Swalilabhir Ananda Kunde Swagosham Nimajjantam Akhyapayantam Tadiyeshitargeshu Bhaktarjitatvam Puna Prematastam Shatavritti Vande Varam Deva Moksham Namokshavadimba Na Chanyam Vrineham Varesharapiha Idam Teva Purnata Gopala Balam Sada Me Manasya Virastam Timanya Idam Te Mukham Bhojam Avyakta Nilai Vritam Kuntalai Snigdha Raktashtago Mohushtam Vittam Bimba Rakta Dharanme Manasya Virastam Alam Lakshala Namo Deva Damodarananta Vishnu Prasiddha Prabhu Dukha Jalapti Magna Kripa Drishti Vrishtyati Dinam Batano grihane shamam agyam edakshidrisham kuberatmajo baddha murtaiva yadvat tvaya muchito bhakti bhajo krito cha तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयाच्च नामोक्षे ग्रहो मेस्ति दामोदरेहा नमस्ते स्तुदाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाथ विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Damodara Radha Damodara Jai Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Right, so let us look at verse 6. Now let's try it in the proper meter. What is it? It's na 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 na. Namo 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 Deva Damodarananta Vishnu Prasida Prabhu Dukha Jalabdi Magnam Kripa Drishti Vrishtyati Dina Batanu Grihane Shamam Agyamedakshidesha. Okay, so Namo, I offer my respectful obeisance. I offer my pranam to the Deva, he who has a divine form, to Damodar, who being affectionate to his devotees is bound by the belly. All right. Dama means rope and Udar means belly. So rope belly, bound belly. And then Ananta, he who has no end, right? Ananta means no end. Or here it says, O Lord of inconceivable, magnificent potencies. O Vishnu. Vishnu means all-pervasive Lord. So Prasiddha, oh, be pleased with me. Oh, Prabhu. Prabhu means, Prabhu is the vocative case of, yeah. Oh, Master, oh Lord. Be pleased with me, for dukkha jalabdhi magna. I am magnam. I am drowning. I'm immersed, drowning in an abdi. Abdi means an ocean of dukkha jala. Jala means a network, a series of dukh, of sorrow. Just one calamity after the next, after the next. So I'm drowning in this ocean of these series of miseries and unending miseries. Kripa drishti vrishtyati dinam. So please bestow your merciful glance. Kripa drishti. Shower. That says vrishti means by showering your merciful glance to this ati dinam, to this extremely fallen person. Then anugrihana means please treat me with kindness. Please be kind to me. And here it says also enliven me. Yeah, that's interesting. Anyways, so please enliven mam. Mam means me. Who am agyam. I don't know anything. I don't know what the right thing to do is. I'm completely ignorant. Agyam. So please show your kindness by akshi drishya, by becoming visible, drishya, to my akshi, to my eyes. Edhi means become. Become drishya, visible to my akshi, to my eyes. So that's the meaning of the Sanskrit. Let's read the translation here. O Deva, O you who have a divine form, I offer my respectful obeisances to you. O you who are Bhakta Vatsal, who are affectionate to your devotee, Śrī Dāmodar. O Ananta, O Lord of inconceivably magnificent potencies. O all-pervasive Vishnu. O Prabhu, my master, be pleased with me. I am drowning in an ocean of incessant worldly miseries. Alas, I am extremely miserable, and I do not know what to do. I'm agyam. I'm completely ignorant. O Isha, supremely independent controller, please deliver me by the nectarian shower of your merciful glance, and enliven me by becoming directly visible to my eyes. How many names are in this? How many? It says Deva, Damodar, Ananta, Vishnu, Prabhu, and Isha. Anugrihana. Anugrihana is one word. Anugrihana means please be kind, merciful. And then Isha. So there are 7 names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 6. 6 names. All right. Oh, Haribo, Anadi Krishna Prabhu. And Vidyalala Sadiri. Haribo. Okay, so let's find, where did we leave off? I think it was page 109. Uh-oh, is the internet still there? An annoying thing. Whenever the power goes out, the Wi-Fi often stops. But it looks like it's still working. Okay, good. Okay, 109. I think that's where we left off. Yes. So, yeah, I'm just starting right in the middle of the commentary. Sorry, don't really get the flow. Anyhow. Remaining conscious of one's relationship with, this is the Dig-darśinī-vṛtti of my Śrīla Gurudeva, halfway through. Remaining conscious of one's relationship with Sri Krishna and free from all anarthas, the sadhak should perform sankirtan of the holy names that are bestowed upon him by Sri Guru. All of Sri Krishna's pastimes with their inherent sweetness, as well as one's relationship with Sri Krishna in that particular pastime, are associated with his corresponding names. By the mercy of Krishna's holy names, the corresponding pastime will begin to manifest in one's heart. It is for this reason that Sri Sachinandan Gaur Hari, who is absorbed and relishing Mahabhav, Srimati Radhika's highest mood, propagated the holy name. So within Krishna's name is everything. Within his name is also his roop, his gun, his lila. Everything is contained within the name. It's Krishna himself. So every single name will, when you say Damodar, then immediately you think of either Krishna being bound by the rope, or maybe also in Madhur Ras, Krishna being bound by the gopis, right? There's different pastimes of that also, right? Like anyways, whatever. I'm not going to go into my own comments. So by the mercy of Krishna's holy names, the corresponding pastime will begin to manifest in one's heart. So therefore, Gaur Hari propagated the holy name, relishing this Mahabhav. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In the groves of Vrindavan, Shri Radhika steals away Shri Krishna's mind. The word haran means to steal, and hara is the feminine form of one who steals. According to Sanskrit grammar, when hara is uttered as a personal address to someone, it becomes hare. The root krish means to attract, and na means bliss. Therefore, he who gives bliss to everyone with the sweetness of his beautiful form, qualities, flute, and pastimes is known by the name Krishna. And the vocative form of if Krishna is uttered as a personal address, it stays like a short A like that. I've mentioned this before, but in Sanskrit grammar, there's always an ending at the end of a noun. So if you're just saying Krishna in a sentence, like Krishna as the subject, the nominative form, then there would be an H after it, like a H with a dot under it. It'd be Krishnaha. And if you're saying to Krishna, then it'd be Krishnam. If you're saying from Krishna, then you'd say Krishnat, and like that. There's always going to be some ending to it. But if there's no ending to it, if you're reading a verse and you see Krishna, but there's no thing attached to it, then that means it's the vocative case. Means that you're calling out to Krishna. So in the Mahamantra, this actually literally, by Sanskrit grammar, it means, oh Krishna, you're addressing Krishna. And Hare means, oh Hara, oh Hara, oh Krishna, oh Hara, oh Krishna. Okay. The Rama in this Mahamantra is not Sri Rama, son of Dasharath. He who enjoys Ramana with Sri Radha is known as Radha Ramana. The name Rama in this Mahamantra is the abbreviated form of the name Radha Ramana. It also means, like we were going through the commentaries before, it has many different meanings, but it also means he who gives pleasure to Sri Radha. Sri Krishna plays on his flute and attracts akarshan. He attracts the minds of the gopis to him. He is therefore called Krishna. This mantra embodies so many sweet moods. There is no transcendental emotion or pastime of Krishna that is not included within this Mahamantra. But they will only dawn in one's heart by the mercy of Sri Guru and the Vaishnavas. Initially, by the mercy of these great personalities, one realizes the sweetness of the holy name. Oh, these holy names are sweeter than the sweetest. Nothing is sweeter. Therefore, thereafter, the possessor of the name, Nami, personally awakens within one's heart and enables one to enter into his pastimes. What should the sadhak do if he is not achieving perfection in bhakti? Regarding himself to be very fallen and destitute, he should piteously perform kirtan of the Mahamantra. For this reason it is said, Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nameva Kevalam, Kalo Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Katir Anyata. That's from the Brihan Naradiya Puran, Adi 1721. The name of Hari, the name of Hari, the name of Hari is the only way. In this age of Kali, there is no other way, there is no other way, there is absolutely no other way to achieve the ultimate destination. This Mahamantra is the infallible remedy for all the ill effects of Kali Yuga. By chanting this mantra, all of one's desires are fulfilled without fail. What to speak of achieving something in this mundane realm? By this mantra, one cannot help but achieve the highest spiritual attainment. Such is the glory of Nam Sankirtan. As already mentioned, when Sri Krishna disappeared at the time of the Rasa dance, the gopis sang Gopi Geet with a desire to see him directly. When Sri Krishna heard their song, he could not check himself and finally appeared before them. With this in mind, Sri Satyavrat Muni also prays to directly behold Sri Krishna through Nam Sankirtan. O Deva, O you whose form is divine and astonishing. O Bhakta Vatsal Damodar, you who are bound by the rope of your mother's love. O Ananta, O you who have unlimited potencies, you have no end. O Vishnu, you who pervade everything and reside as the witness in the hearts of all beings. O Prabhu, O you who possess infinite, inconceivable potencies. O Isha, my master, you who are supremely independent. Isha also means controller, right? Supremely independent controller. So those are 6 names. This is Nam Sankirtan in this verse. It is always advised that one should offer respects to one's worshipful Lord before beginning a prayer or before beginning any other activity. Therefore, Sri Satyavrat Muni offers respects to his Ishtadev with the words Namo Deva. Deva means he whose form is divine. What is that divine form like? Kasturi tilakam lalata patale vakshasthale kostubam nasagre varamuktikam karatale venu kare kankanam sarvange harichanda chandanam sulalitam kanthe cha muktavali gopastri pariveshtito vijayate gopala chudamani. That's Shri Gopal Sahasranam Stotra, verse 28. It's a really awesome recording of Pandit Jashraj singing this. Kasturi tilakam lalata patale vakshastale kostubam. Anyways, so his forehead is decorated with musk tilak. The kostuba jewel rests upon his broad chest, and an exquisite pearl hangs from the tip of his nose. The flute gracefully rests in his lotus hands, and bracelets adorn his wrists. His entire form is anointed with chandan, and a necklace of pearls graces his attractive neck. All glories to the crest jewel of the Gopas, who is surrounded by all the young Rajagopis. This form of Sri Krishna, surrounded by the young ladies of Raj, is most beautiful and enchanting. Mother Yashoda has bound Deva, Sri Krishna. She wrapped a rope around his waist, brought it behind his back, and tied it to the grinding mortar. Deva can also mean he who is playing. It mean playful, I guess, huh? In other words, in this pastime, Sri Krishna is playing in the form of a child. Sri Satyavrat Muni therefore says, I want to see the divine beauty of this Gopal, who has appeared as a little child directly. I want to see this, the beauty of this Gopal directly with my own eyes. Akshi, right? That's eyes. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains several meanings of Damodar in his commentary. One way to understand this name is in relation to Mother Yashoda. Sri Krishna wanted to relish Sri Yashoda's motherly affection, so he submitted to being bound by the rope of her love. He thus became known as Yashoda Damodar, he whose waist is bound by Sri Yashoda. Another way to understand this name is in relation to Sri Radha. When Sri Krishna eventually reappeared after leaving the Ras dance, he somehow pacified Sri Radha's anger. One time this happened at Sevakunj, and another time at Man Sarovar. Just before they started the Ras dance again, Sri Lalita and Vishaka tied Sri Krishna's yellow pitambar to Sri Radha's veil, binding them and making it impossible for him to escape. Another time, when Sri Krishna was on his way to meet with Sri Radha, Padma somehow brought him to Gaurikund and united him with Chandravali. Meanwhile, Sri Radha's maidservants, headed by Sri Rupa Manjari, noted that Sri Radha was becoming increasingly anxious to meet with Sri Krishna. They began to search for him, and finally found him at Gaurikund. "Oh, Aghari, "Oh, slayer of the giant snake demon," they exclaimed. They said, "Oh, Agadi, a demon has entered Vraj and is destroying everything." The demon was actually Shri Radha's separation from Shri Krishna. So they weren't lying. As soon as Shri Krishna heard this, he spoke to Chandravali, comforting her. "My dear one, I will return immediately after killing the demon. I will return immediately after killing the demon. Just wait for me." In this way, the Manjaris cleverly took Shri Krishna from Chandravali's grove and united him with Shri Radha. There, the Manjaris tied the ends of Radha and Krishna's cloth in a knot. On yet another occasion, Shri Radha's friends tied the ends of her and Shri Krishna's cloth in a knot. To this day, the place that this pastime occurred is called Gantoli. And there's a footnote here. It says the name Gantoli comes from the Hindi word Gant, which means knot. It is because of all these pastimes that Shri Krishna became known as Radha Damodar. Generally, Vishnu means the all-pervading being. Thus, it is understood that the sage is saying, "There is no place where you are not situated, and no heart in which you do not dwell. You are everywhere." However, in his commentary, Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad has revealed another meaning of Vishnu. Shri Krishna eternally performs his confidential pastimes in the secluded caves and groves of Giriraj Govardhan. Although even the demigods are unable to see Shri Krishna's pastimes in those kunjas, Shri Satyavrat Muni addresses the Lord as Vishnu with the hope that he may see Shri Krishna directly. In your pastimes, you reside in every grove and cave throughout this Vrindavan. Therefore, you do not have to undergo any pain by traveling a long distance to appear before my eyes. The name Vishnu is used in a similar way in a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10:33-39. Vikriditam Vrajavadubhiridam cha Vishnu. In this verse, Vishnu refers to that Krishna who, with a desire to relish the gopis' love for him, sounded his flute and lured all the gopis from their homes. By pervading their hearts, he entirely won their love. Similarly, in Sri Satyavrat Muni's prayer, Vishnu refers solely to Vrajendra Nandan Shri Krishna. Sri Satyavrat Muni says, "Dukha jalabdi magnam." I am oppressed by the miseries of material existence. For an incalculable period of time, I have been trapped in this vicious circle of birth and death, and consequently, I mistake this body to be my actual self. I am wretched and utterly foolish. I am drowning in a fathomless ocean of material existence, and I am unable to rescue myself. Furthermore, the sage says, I am suffering because I am not being supported by the mercy of saints, and I do not have any strength to perform sadhana. In this regard, Srimad Mahaprabhu asked Sri Rai Ramananda, "Dukha madhye kon dukh hoy gurutar?" Of all sorrows, what is the most severe? Sri Rai Ramananda replied, "Krishna bhakta viraha bina dukkha nahi dekhi para." Other than the pain of being separated from Sri Krishna's devotees, I see no actual sorrow. The sorrow of being separated from Sri Krishna's devotees is in fact the greatest agony. Therefore, from Sri Satyavrat Muni's words, "Dukkha jalabdi magnam," I am drowning in an ocean of misery, we can understand that he prays to attain sadhu sangha, the company of saintly personalities. One can only attain Sri Bhagavan's mercy by the causeless compassion of saints. Sri Nanda Maharaj tells Sri Gargacharya, Mahad vichalanang nrinam grihinam dina chetasam nishreyasaya Bhagavan kalpate nanyatha kvachit. Srimad Bhagavatam 10:8-4. Saintly personalities like you wander about, visiting the homes of ordinary people and wretched and destitute householders like us. O exalted devotee, you never have any other reason to do this except to bestow your mercy upon us. One should note that it is because Nanda Maharaj was acting like an ordinary human being that he addressed Gargacharya in this way. In reality, there is a vast gulf of difference between Nanda Baba and Gargacharya. This kind of behavior is exhibited by Sri Bhagavan's associates in the course of performing their human-like pastimes. In order to show everyone that Sri Bhagavan can only be achieved by that, this is performed in order to show that everyone that Sri Bhagavan can only be achieved by the immense mercy of sadhus. When even Sri Krishna's eternal associate, his mother, had to undergo so much endeavor to bind him, then on what grounds can the conditioned souls what grounds can the conditioned souls complain about the troubles they encounter in trying to achieve him? There is no need to make a pompous display of devotion. We should simply act according to the method of sadhana taught to us by Guru and Vaishnavas, and in this way perform bhajan following in the footsteps of our 6 Goswamis. Radha kunda tate kalinda tanaya tire chavangshi vate prenmonmada pashara shesha dashaya grasto pramatto sada gayanto chakada harir gunavara pavabdhi bhutto muda Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako. It's verse 7 of the Śrīla Goswami-āśṭaka. I worship Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami, Srila Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, Srila Jiva Goswami, and Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Intoxicated with love and gripped by the countless ecstasies arising from separation, they always used to roam the banks of Radhakund and the Yamuna, or the forests near Vangshivat. They remained overwhelmed with spiritual ecstasies, while incessantly enraptured by singing about Sri Hari's most excellent qualities. The words Ashesha Dashaya in the above verse describe the 6 Goswamis as being gripped by countless ecstasies arising from separation. In other words, their bodies would erupt with horripilation, trembling, and other ecstasies. They would even reach the stage in which one verges on death due to the intense pain of separation and begin to faint. How exalted is the bhajan of these great personalities? In comparison, where is our sadhana bhajan? Not one single tear comes to our eyes, what to speak of us fainting. Therefore, we must strive to perform bhajan in sadhu sangha in such a way that we are constantly immersed in serving our worshipful Lord. The Goswamis, acting as Raganuga sadhaks, were suffering because they could not see Sri Bhagavan and his associates. Hey Radhe, Vrajadevike Chalalite, Hey Nanda Suno, Kuta. That's the last verse of Śrīla Goswami-āśṭakam. The 6 Goswamis would cry out, O Radha, O goddess of Vrindavan, O Lalita Devi, O son of Nanda, Kuta, where are you? Far beyond the pain of separation experienced in the stage of sadhana is the indescribable pain of separation experienced by Bhagavan's Ragatmika Jan, those whose hearts are imbued with rag, in a stage of prem. In Gopi Geet and Brahmar Geet, within the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Shukadeva Goswami has illustrated such separation by indirect hints. In the same way, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, in his written work, has merely alluded to the condition of someone separated from Sri Krishna. Even Bhav Bhakti is extraordinary, for even after performing millions and millions of arduous spiritual practices, one cannot achieve it. For example, Sri Uddhav went to Nandagram, where he closely associated with Ragatmika Jan of all five rasas. However, he could only get the association of Srimati Radhika, the most exalted of those associates, from a distance. But he was able to achieve the company of her friends, who are her kaya vyuha, her bodily manifestations. He had so much good fortune. But did he ever succeed in becoming a single plant in Vraj, or a creeper, or even a piece of straw? In the end, he could only praise the gopis. Asamaho charanarenu jushamahangsyam vrindavane kimapi gulmalato shadinam yadustyajam sajanam aryapatam hitva bhejur mukunda paravim shrutibhir vimrigyam. At Srimad Bhagavatam 10:47-61. So Uddhav prays, "Aho, the Vraj Devis have given up everything for Sri Krishna. They have abandoned the path of chastity, their families and their children, which are all extremely difficult to give up. Now they have taken shelter of Prem Bhakti for Sri Krishna. The personified scriptures, the Shrutis, constantly search for that same Prem Bhakti, but rarely attain it. Let me just become a bush, a creeper, or a blade of grass in Vrindavan. Then I might attain the dust from the lotus feet of one of these gopis." And he also prayed this verse, "Vande Nanda Vrajastrinam Padarenum Abhikshnasa Yasam Hari Katod Gitam Punati Bhuvanatrayam." This is the same chapter, right? Yeah, same chapter 47 of the 10th canto. This is verse 63. Previous verse was 61 and this is 63. "I bow down to the dust of the feet of the gopis who reside in Nanda Baba's Vraj. Oh, whatever these gopis have sung about Krishna's pastimes always has and always will purify the entire world." Why is it that we feel cheated of this ras and cheated of these exalted moods even after we have obtained sadhu sangha? The reason is that we do not really want to taste what the saints long for us to relish. Otherwise, why do we not become full of anxiety when we are separated from them? Why do we not perform bhajan with great eagerness? And you could say, "Oh yeah, I want it," but no, we have to exclusively want it. If we're not full of anxiety when we're separated from the Vaishnavas and we're not yearning only for this thing, then we'll never fully become immersed. We won't ever be able to taste what the saints long for us to relish. When Sri Krishna concluded his pastimes in this world, a desire to attain Vraj Bhav awoke within Sri Uddhav's heart. This desire came by the mercy of the Vrajavasis, and especially by the mercy of Srimati Radhika. Because Uddhav desperately wanted to become a particle of dust at Sri Radha's lotus feet, it is presumed that he is performing bhajan at Uddhav Kund in Govardhan to this day. However, we do not know if he was able to become even a particle of dust in Vraj Dham. Sri Tulsidas has said, "Ab pachataye hotta kya jab chiriya chuga gai khet. What is the use of lamenting now? It is because of your own carelessness that the birds have eaten your crops." It is because of your, In other words, by Sri Bhagavan's grace, you have taken a rare birth in the human species. If you waste it simply eating and sleeping like an animal, then you will have to remain wandering in the material world, taking birth in one of the 84 million species of life. Therefore, you should realize how trivial it is to simply exist like an animal, and you should stay determined to permanently be in sadhu sangha. We should stay determined to permanently be in sadhu sangha. But our situation is so sad that even though we have attained the great fortune of associating with saints, our hearts remain unaffected. This is because we do not have full faith in Sri Hari, Guru, and Vaishnavas, and as a result, we remain deprived of the grace of Sri Guru and Sri Bhagavan. Sri Satyavrat Muni prays, Prasiddha Prabhu, O you who possess all inconceivable potencies, O Master, please be kind to me. Deliver me from my pitiable mundane existence and grant me the association of your devotees. I have no hope but you. We must also pray like this. O Prabhu, cast your compassionate glance upon us. When we chant your names, no tears come to our eyes, and our bodies do not tremble. We Hey, well, everybody, sorry, I don't know why the Wi-Fi stopped working all of a sudden. Um, Actually, my phone's almost out of battery. I just need to plug it in. I'm on the hotspot right now. Okay, sorry about that. So hopefully my mobile data is fast enough. Okay. All right. Oh, Prabhu, please. Okay, I don't know where it cut off. Um, it is only, so you're saying we only, I'll just start from the beginning. Oh, Prabhu, cast your compassionate glance upon us. When we chant your names, no tears come to our eyes, and our bodies do not tremble. We are unable to perform sadhana. We are only sustaining our ambition of attaining Vraj Prem, and especially the Gopi Bhav, the prem which Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give. We're only sustaining our ambition of attaining Vraj Prem on the hope that we will receive your merciful glance. It is only by the strength of that glance that we have any chance of attaining our goal. Even if we continue performing sadhan bhajan as we are now doing for millions and millions of lifetimes, it will be in vain. It will still be completely impossible for us to attain Vraj Prem, especially Gopi Bhav, the topmost love of Vraj. O Master, have mercy on us. With great anguish, we should cry, let me attain just a drop of Gopi Bhav. How can such a drop be obtained? It is obtained by the mercy of sadhus who are absorbed in the mood of Vraj. Thus, Sri Satyavrat Muni says, O Prabhu, kindly grant me the association of pure-hearted saints. In their association, all my cherished desires will be fulfilled. Sri Satyavrat Muni addresses Sri Bhagavan as Isha, O you who are supremely independent, in order to petition him. You are the master and controller of all, so I need not seek the mercy of others to achieve your grace. And there's a footnote, it says, it is generally seen that one obtains Krishna Prem by the mercy of Sri Guru and the Vaishnavas, Bhakta Prasada Ja Kripa, although occasionally one receives the mercy of the Lord. Krishna Prasada Ja Kripa. I think that's explained in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. O Lord, be kind to me. You do not depend on anyone or anything. If the sadhak is completely surrendered, then you do not even pay attention to the formalities of his sadhana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the best example of how the Lord distributes his causeless mercy while completely ignoring all considerations of qualification. If someone merely saw him, even from a distance, prema would spontaneously manifest in his heart. Srimad Mahaprabhu did not consider one's qualifications or frailties. Without even considering the quality of anyone's spiritual practices, he distributed prema to everyone. A brilliant example of this is found in Śrī Chaitanya Charitamrita. On his way to Vrindavan, Srimad Mahaprabhu journeyed through the Jharikanda forest. As he passed through the forest, he caused prema to awaken in the hearts of all the wild animals, birds, worms, insects, trees, and plants and creepers. All the creatures of the jungle were instantly granted prema. Alas, will the world ever see anyone else so merciful? Therefore, have mercy on me and grant me direct darshan of you. Sri Satyavrat Muni entreats Sri Bhagavan. It is not enough for me to have but a momentary vision within my heart of little Gopal crying out of fear of his mother as she binds him to the grinding mortar. O Master, I pray to see that form directly with my own eyes. In verse 4, Srila Sanatana Goswami quoted Sri Pipalayan Rishi's explanation of Antar Darshan found within Sri Brihad Bhagavatamrita. One and indulged a benediction from him, which fructified as the. In reply to Pipalayan Rishi's reasoning, Sri Gopa Kumar said, "Your thoughts are excellent, but my desire to see Sri Madan Gopal, but my desire is to see Sri Madan Gopal directly with my eyes." And there's a huge annotation by our Pradam Gurudeva, I think in chapter 4, which we didn't actually read. It's very long, but it's this whole conversation between Gopakumar and Pipalayan Rishi. Prabhupada Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur states, first, Sri Bhagavan is seen within the soul, and then that vision reflects in the mind. The form of the deity is the externally manifest reflection of the moods that Sri Guru and the Vaishnavas experience at such times. Wait, this is who? This is Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Okay. The form of the deity is the external manifest reflection of the moods that Sri Guru and the Vaishnavas experience at such times. So we see there's a different form of it. Radha Govinda, Radha Gopina, Radha Damodar. Sri Guru and the Vaishnavas mercifully plants the tendency to perform service to Sri Krishna in a person's heart as a seed. That seed gradually matures through the stages of Shraddha, Nishtha, Asakti, and so on, until it finally reaches its destination. But the seed can only develop like this if the sadhak carefully proceeds in sadhu sangha without interruption. Even if Sri Bhagavan personally appears to a devotee who is in the advanced stages of prema, he will think that he is seeing his worshipful Lord in his heart, due to being overwhelmed with bhav. For example, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left Sri Navadvip Dham, he would personally come to eat the foodstuffs his mother cooked for him, but she always considered her visions of him to be hallucinations. Similarly, after Sri Krishna left Vrindavan, he personally appeared before the gopis again and again, but they also dismissed those meetings as mere visions. A devotee who progresses through the stages of bhakti by performing Nam Sankirtan finally attains prema. Leaving this world behind, he enters the divine realm where he sees Sri Bhagavan directly. This darshan eradicates the slightest sense of any remaining anarthas and gives him entrance into Bhagavan's eternal pastimes in Śrī Vrindavan Dham. Thus ends the Dig-darśinī-vṛtti on the 6th verse. Oh, I was wrong. This is where the thing about direct darshan is. We still have a minute. Let's read this. So this is on the topic of direct darshan. This is from the footnote on page 104. Anyhow. And the 4th verse of this ashtak, verses 286 to 296. Oh, I think we already read this actually. Yeah, we did read this. Yeah, okay. So that's our reading for today. Tomorrow we will read verse 7. Kuviratmajo bada murtaiva yadvat shvaya mochito bhakti bhajo kritocha tatha prema bhaktim sakame prayacha namokshikrahomesti Damodarāṣṭakam. We'll read Śrīla Sanatana Goswami's Dig-darśinī-vṛtti and our Śrīla Gurudev's Dig-darśinī-vṛtti. All right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai. Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai. Shri Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Ju Ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Gurudeva Ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Param Gurudev Ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Swaparshad Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopigan Ki Jai. Shri Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrindadevi Ki Jai. Śrī Dāmodarāṣṭakam ki jai, Shri Satyavrat Muni ki jai, Shri Nam Sankirtan ki jai, Jai Shri Yashoda Damodar ki jai, Shri Radha Damodar ki jai, Jai Shri Kārtika Vrat Niyam Seva ki jai, Urja Vrat ki jai, Urjeshwari Raseshwari Shri Vishwavananandini Shrimati Radha Thakurani ki jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyashta Kripa Sindhu Bhyayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat Pranams, Anadi Krishna Prabhu, Champak Mataji, and all the other devotees here. Pramila Didi, Raseshwari Mataji, Madhubala Didi, Vidyalalasa Didi. I don't know who else is there. I'm guessing Indira Mataji. And all devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi, Jaydev Prabhu, Krishna Rose, and Ananda Pradayani, and everybody else. Dandavat Pranams. Yesterday, I translated Śrīla Raghunath Das Goswami's Gauranga Stava Kalpadruma. It's 12 verses, same meter as Manashiksha, also same number of verses as Manashiksha. And it is amazing. I've never actually sung it or read it before. But when I did, I was like, oh my God, this has to go in the book. I'm actually really not supposed to add in any more songs now. And this is going to cause a huge problem for the book that we're working on, because this book has a crazy number of songs, and I have the table of contents 3 times in the book, and we manually entered in all the page numbers for the table of contents. So it's going to be just probably from morning till night just to enter in the page numbers again. But it's so beautiful. I can't help myself. And so yeah, that's going in. And today I'm going to work on translating the what is it called? I think it's called the Shachi Vijayashtakam, and also no, not Shachi Vijayashtakam. Uh, God, maybe it's Sachi Sutta Vijayashtakam. No, I can't remember the name. Anyways, but by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and then there's another the Mahaprabodha Ashtakam, also known as Swarup Charitam. And they're so I'm gonna be adding in 3 stotrams. I still haven't talked to anybody about this, like the working on the book, because I know everybody's gonna freak out. But it's just I'll eternally regret it if we don't add it in. This is the last time we're adding in extra songs. So actually, there is one thing I want to add in, but I'm planning to add it in the next edition. Is the Shivashtakam written by Murari Gupta. But I'm not going to put it in this one. I think I'm going to put that one in. I don't really know where it fits. I guess it fits in Daman Parikar, but it still feels not quite right. Anyways, I'm just planning on adding that in the next edition in the addendum. But yeah, I don't know why I'm mentioning all this, but yeah. All right. See you all tomorrow. Jai Shri Radhe. Very cool. Is there anything anybody wants to mention before I end the stream?